This video is for you guys that want to understand how important animation blending is in NBA 2K25. What do we mean by animation blending? It's when we tie combos really well together, and if you do it smoothly enough, you will be in a situation where you don't know where one animation starts, another one ends, and then you've comboed into another animation. So that's animation blending. So what I do right here is Zach LaVine combo move, Paul George behind the back into the Devin Booker crossover side hop jumper. That's what I would call a perfectly blended combo. So, one, look at this. It looks smooth, right? It looks like a pro play combo, if I do say so myself. That's the benefit of animation blending. If you want your combos to look aesthetically good, knowing how to properly combo animations and blend them together is essential. But there's also a huge gameplay benefit, and that's because if your opponent can't tell where your animation ends and another one begins, it will give him less chances to react to that. Another thing is that if you don't blend animations together, they will die and giving you more ineffective combos. What do I mean by this? So for example, I have Devin Booker aggressive breakdown combo on. Aggressive breakdown, hold R2, tap the right stick up, you'll get this. In my opinion, this is one of the favorite aggressive breakdown dribbles by a lot of guys 6'9 and below because it gives you a nice quick forward movement right there, which you can combo, let's say, with the behind the back dribble, or you can get crab animations right there, so on and so forth. For me, I like to use it because it combos really well with Devin Booker's step back jumper package. So for example, if I tap the right stick up while holding R2 and then immediately hold the right stick down left, you'll get this combo. Right? Why is this move good? Well, you get forward movement into quick backward movement into a shot that a lot of people will recognize and consider a threat. This right here is a threat because if you are good with your step back jumpers, that is just one move that simple combo, just two inputs, right, is what I call a kill move. And what do moves that are considered kill moves, what are they good for? Well, they're good at starting a potential chain of combos. So for example, from here we can cross over out, launch into our Devin Booker side hop jumper, for example, or better yet, what I want to do next, okay, is from that behind the back step back, double step back from Devin Booker, I want to combine it with his other kill move, this crossover hop jumper. So that's the goal for this combo. We want to go from here, okay, to here. And the challenge is, you as a viewer shouldn't be able to tell when that behind the back double step back ends and the crossover hop jumper animation begins. Because if you introduce an animation break between those two combos, it will give your defender an opportunity to react. We want to minimize the time where they can react. That's our goal with this combo right here, okay? Another example. So for example, I have the Paul George escape dribble package equipped, okay? So if I do my front crossover escape, see right here, there's a secret property to it, okay? If you do, so Devin Booker has his side hop jumpers, right? He has this, okay? Which in theory, you could combo with your Paul George escape dribble. Right there. But one thing about the Paul George crossover escape, and this is the importance of animation blending, if you input your side hop jumper input at the right time, there, you will get a faster, more aggressive side hop jumper. Again, if you wait for the animation to play out too long, you get the, I would say, relatively flat side hop jumper. But if you do it quick, boom, you get the quick one, right? So now, if I do this, boom, now you're using animation blending, okay, to come up with a devastating set of combos, as you saw right there, just making use of cancels, right? There's a huge difference between this and this and that. So of course I'm just stalling to get the right one, and the side hop jumper combo that we want, right? Because getting there once again, it's a kill move, and then you can combo out of it. So off a standard Devin Booker double step back, how does that work? Boom. You have to wait for that dribble to start before you can input into your crossover hop jumper, if you're using the right stick, okay? So do this, boom, wait for that, then go. But what if I want to eliminate that pound dribble? Can I potentially do that? And the answer is yes, you can. But to combo hop jumper smoothly, you have to go from initiating the hop jumper first with the right stick and then finishing that combo off with square and the left stick. Sounds complicated? Give me an opportunity to show you how. Okay, so on the move. Okay, again, if I do this, I have to wait for this dribble and then bam. What happens if I input the right stick immediately before that dribble animation starts? Well, this is what's going to happen. All right. The game does not recognize the second input as a step back jumper input because it still thinks you're in that rhythm shooting motion. Okay. You saw right there, I pulled the right stick down left and then pulled the right stick to the right while holding R2 in an attempt to combo the behind the back step back to the crossover hop jumper. Okay. But again, we want to eliminate the pound dribble because it gives your defender an opportunity to react. We can do that. So here's what I want you to do. Again, boom. You see that? I initiated it first with here and then finished it off with square. And that is animation blending. Why? I reduced 1 second off of the combo because I didn't need to wait for that. Okay? And if you do it wrong, see, that's the problem. If you do your animation blending wrong, you get the wrong animation. If you do it right, there you go. Well connected. So now, I don't want to do it on the move. I want to make this a half-court kill move. So I'll do this. Boom, boom, boom. All right, start with aggressive breakdown combo. Right there. What happens if you time it wrong? Well, there are multiple ways that you can flub this, right? If you wait too long, you'll get this slower step back, okay? If you wait too long, you can get that. Okay, that's one area. So you want to get this into that. Now, if you do your crossover hop jumper input, which is done by holding the right stick, the left stick to the right while holding square. Okay, that's another way you can get it wrong, right? You get a different step back jumper combo. But that's what we want, okay? So another way you can do this wrong is... Okay, so I'm doing it right. But one way you can do this wrong is if you enter your input too quickly, you can get that kind of step back, crossover step back, okay? And that's what we want to avoid. Okay, so why do I want to get to the Devin Booker crossover hop jumper? Why do I want to get to this? Well, one, it's one of my favorite moves. If you saw my previous video on the OP Booker animations, this is such a great move in itself, gives you a great speed boost. But why I really want to get to that, okay, is because it by itself is such a great dribble move. Okay, you can cancel out of this hop jumper to directly blow by your defender. But from this move right here, you can combo into dribble moves. So for example, if I want to do the crossover hop jumper cancel into a spin move, I can. Okay, and that's what good kill moves are. They have infinite counters, and here I'm gonna teach you how to not only build off of specific combos, but also how to properly execute them. Okay, Say I want to go from a crossover hop jumper cancel into a spin move step back. Okay, I do this. Boom. Okay, so that's just the spin move, right? Say I want to do this. There, right there. You gotta practice that. Tap the right stick to the down. Tap the right stick down after you initiate your spin move. Boom. So now you see where I'm going with this, right? Okay, so now we want to build off of that second set of combos. So for example, if we go from here, right? See there? We went from crossover hop jumper cancel into the Paul George moving crossover into your different layups. Or let's say we go from crossover hop jumper cancel to your step backs, but I want to get the other Devin Booker step back. Not that one, but I want to do this one. So now from one move, your crossover hop jumper, you're trying to go into different types of setups, right? And that's the goal here. Okay, when you blend these animations perfectly, again, it makes you a more dynamic threat because people don't know how to, telegraph. They don't know what tells you have in your animation pipeline. So you do this. Right there, you see there? So why is that difficult? The Zach LaVine, I actually comboed that into the Zach LaVine moving crossover combo. Okay? So the thing that makes this difficult is that the left stick is actually playing an important part in tying these combos together. Because when you go from canceling this, you need to keep pushing the left stick to make sure that you are in a situation where the game recognizes that you are going to enter into a moving crossover. So for example, here, right there, you see, that was the left stick doing a lot of the work as well. So the important part of animation blending, which I want you to understand, is that tying animations together requires that you understand how to activate each animation in a specific animation state. Sounds complicated, but essentially what I'm saying is that, okay, let's start with our crossover hop jumper. In order to cancel out of it, you have to be releasing your thumb from the right stick while still keeping your left stick pointed towards a specific direction. So for example, it's not enough that I cancel out of there, right? To keep the combo going, after I cancel out of it, I must be holding the left stick up and to the right to get into our series of combos. And then from there, once you release your thumb from the right stick, then input your moving crossover combos. Again, putting your right thumb back on the right stick. Right, you see there? Again, cancel, thumb on the right stick. There we go. It requires that your left stick is guiding your player into the different animation states that is needed to keep the combo going. So watch my left thumb here, okay? Right there. See, I had an input error. I didn't keep the left stick pointed up towards the basket, and that's why I didn't get the layup. But let's correct that right now. Left stick, again, watch the left stick. There you go. And then it requires that you watch the movement of your player to make sure that you are at the right state in terms of the animation fluidity or the animation cue for your player. Okay, so let's do a different combo. Let's do this. Right there. See that? That's just playing with the animations, making sure that your left stick is guiding your player at the right time to make sure that you get different types of animations depending on what you need. Right there. It's tying everything together. That's gonna be the important part. Your left stick is the underrated hero out of this technique. Okay? It's making sure that your left stick, okay, and your thumb is perfectly guiding. You know, you're very precise in which direction you're pointing the left stick towards, okay? That's an important part of this. Right there. Okay, so let's build off of that. For example, let's do this. Okay, see there? That's option 1. Into the Paul George moving crossover. Let's do option 2. Let's say option 2 is the Zach LaVine moving crossover combo into, let's say, a Euro step or any layup. Not as smooth. That's an example of an animation that's not perfectly blended. So let's try that again. Right there. Much better. Much more smooth. So again, let's try to build off of that spin. Okay, our first option is a spin into a Euro. But what if we do... Now that looks good, right? What if we want to get into our side hop jumper? Alright. Input error. Right there. So now you can see from one move, well actually 2 sets of combos which we broke into 2. From the crossover hop jumper, we now have options, right? We can do spins, combo moves, moving crossovers. Suppose we want more options, right? So we do this. I like that. And from here, you just continue on building. Do this. I don't want that specific step back, so let's do this. Again, another one that's too slow. See, the one thing I don't like about this court is it's too small. That's the one I want. Okay, so now I'm giving you an idea of how to properly blend these animations together. To come up with a set of combos that I think will be difficult to defend. Right there, that's one of my favorites. Because now you're building a combo system of animations that naturally blend well with each other. Okay, so that's the goal right there, right? That wasn't a perfectly blended one. So it's all about trying to figure out how to make sure that these animations are talking to each other. Right? So for example, that right there, the move killed on itself because the momentum was wrong. I want to make sure that I go from that Zach LaVine moving crossover combo into that right there. That's a perfectly blended combo. As you can see, there are benefits to making sure your animations tie well with each other. And this is how I build combos, man. Right there, this is just me playing around with it right now. Not anything specific, but trying to figure out which combos tie well into each other. As you can see right there, I've shown this before. When your crossover hop jumper combos really well with your side hop jumper. And that's why I think animation blending is important. So again, if we go from here, right? You've created a system of combos that will force people to really overreact. Once again, this involves a lot of practice, okay? So again, animation blending. You've probably been doing it, you just didn't know it. But I'm here to tell you that animation blending is a much more important part of your ability to break your defender down. Once again, there is a difference between this animation, and this animation. Those three moves have the same input, but my knowledge of when to hold the right stick down and to the left, and at which certain time it was during the animation playing out, will determine the success of your combo. This is very different from this. Okay? You don't want animations that kill your momentum, right? So if you're interested in the animations, this is what I've got equipped. I mix and match, so there's a few that I change every now and then. One thing that I do like in terms of, you know, the ability to combo with it, I like Dull and Right. I put that on sometimes, but Bryce Sensiba, in my opinion, is one of those very underrated step back jumper packages. Also, Jerace Walker, one of my favorites in terms of trying to combo to add some different elements that people aren't used to seeing. Otherwise, most of these are pretty regular. I swap out Paul George breakdown with Klay Thompson or Jason Tatum, for example. Even Lonzo Ball, dribble style is SGA. Yeah, otherwise, these are the animations that I run with. So from these are like crafted by me in terms of trying to understand which animations blend well with each other. But yeah, these are the animation packages that I like.